Living and Loving with Pastor Murphy.
Hello, good morning. My name is Murphy, your relationship coach. Today I want to continue what we started last week, the controlling spouse. So today I want to focus on how to live with a controlling spouse. It's a difficult thing to do, but it is possible to be happy or have a sense of happiness even with a controlling spouse. There are two kinds of controlling spouses, two main kinds of controlling spouses. Now, one set thinks they are better, but it's not always that case. What we need in marriage are companions. The second set of people are timid, but they want to put up a front. And since they cannot do that front, put up that front any other place or control any other person, their spouse becomes the prey. But no matter how long it is for a spouse to be controlling, you can still live with that spouse. I'm not saying that it is good for you to be a controlling spouse. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that this controlling spouse needs to change. But if you are married to a controlling spouse, you can still have a similitude of a happy marriage. So what do? Number one, be calm when an argument comes up or when the spouse wants to control. When that controlling attitude stirs up, be calm. Don't react emotionally. I know you have emotions, but your emotions will get you into deeper trouble. Because if you argue with a controlling spouse, you only give him more power. Or her, as the case may be. So don't argue. Listen calmly. Listen carefully. Because sometimes your spouse that is controlling can make sense. And if you make sense, it's better you listen carefully and make the adjustments where the case may be. But if there is no adjustments and you really want to argue, instead of arguing, you do number two. Ask questions. Don't ask sarcastic questions. Ask constructive questions. Ask questions. So instead of saying that I don't like the way you behave, ask a question. I see your point why you do these things. But have you ever considered this? One way is that if you know your spouse loves you, have you ever considered how that makes me feel? Communicate your heart effectively and help your partner see their wrong. So ask good questions. Number three, practice the God kind of love. And in that sense, practice the God kind of love. Your partner wants to control you. Yes, that is wrong. But you can actually ask yourself this question. Why does my spouse want to control me? What is the sense behind it? Even though the action is completely wrong, but if you practice God's kind of love, you will look to see what is the sense behind what your partner is doing. And sometimes you can look and see that this partner wants something better, but the way he is going about it or she's going about it is wrong. And you can push for that something better instead of countering what your partner is saying. So practice love, the God kind of love, and walk in love. And number four, pray. Ask God to help you. Ask God to change your spouse. It's so important. If you don't pray effectively, things will just go wrong. Your spouse can just become controlling for no reason because the devil wants to bring you down. Pray. You can live happily with a controlling spouse. So I really want to encourage you to practice these things I've shared. And I'm going to talk to the controlling spouse next week. But today, start practicing these things if you are living with a controlling spouse. And you'll see God help you. I hope this helped you. God bless you.
Thanks for tuning in to Living and Loving with Pastor Murphy. If you need further information or counseling, call 0703 009 9275. You can listen to Pastor Murphy live in the Cornerstone Church at the foot of Trans-Ekulu Flyover, Enugu at 8 a.m. every Sunday. Remember, God wants you to be happily married, and so do we.